Diddy was jealous of Jay-Z for marrying Beyonce. For a guy as weird as Diddy, leave it to him to get jealous of his friend for marrying someone.
My heart has been broken. I still got that question of like, am I gonna love again? I think about myself as, you know, I'm a helpless romantic, you know what I'm saying? It's just like a feeling, it's just like a vulnerable state that you're in. I lost Kim, like it broke my heart forever. My relationship with a woman has always like kind of been the focus of my life.
Diddy and Jay were close, but these new reports are saying that he was jealous of Jay-Z and Beyonce the whole time. Diddy and Jay-Z are probably the two most successful figures in hip-hop, with empires carved out in music, business, and culture.
Oh, you put that thing on the woo!
But a new report sheds light on an emotional side of their dynamic that no one probably saw coming. Diddy was allegedly jealous of Jay-Z because he was married to Beyonce.
I just wanted to turn it into something positive. You know what I'm saying? You gotta watch what you ask for.
As noted by Fandom Wire, Diddy reflected on personal regrets and how they shaped his view of Jay-Z's relationship with Beyonce. The report highlights Diddy's longing for the type of stability and partnership that Jay-Z and Beyonce have. The revelation of Diddy's feelings comes from his reflection about his relationship with Kim Porter, his longtime on-again, off-again girlfriend and the mother of 3 of his children. Kim passed away in 2018, and Diddy is still racked with regret over not moving their relationship to the next level. In interviews following Kim's passing, Diddy has spoken candidly of his regret at not marrying her. "She was my soulmate," he said during a Raw interview shortly after she passed. The loss of Kim has tormented Diddy, who in more recent times has taken to referring to their romance as the one that got away. These feelings reportedly intensified when Diddy looks at Jay-Z and Beyonce, a family, but simultaneously a brand that has taken them to the status of globally recognized icons. Diddy has had high-profile relationships with women like Jennifer Lopez and Cassie, but none of them have had the same level of partnership and commitment that Jay-Z and Beyonce do with each other. Jay-Z and Beyonce have long been seen as the ultimate power couple. With a combined net worth of over $2 billion, they've managed to balance superstardom, entrepreneurship, and family life, setting a standard that few in the entertainment world can match. From their record-breaking on-the-run tours to business ventures, J and B are examples of how to truly set up a partnership that comes with mutual respect and ambition. Beyonce herself is an internationally recognized star who often credited Jay-Z for his supportive nature, while Jay-Z mentioned many times how Beyonce pushed him to grow both as a person and as a professional. Their ability to overcome challenges, very publicly Jay-Z has admitted to his infidelity, and emerge stronger only added to their mystique. For someone like Diddy, who has always struggled with commitment and stability in his personal life, this dynamic reportedly sparked feelings of longing and jealousy. Kim Porter was a cornerstone in Diddy's life for decades, even during the periods when they weren't romantically together. The two shared a deep bond as they were co-parenting their children and remaining close friends since their breakup. After Kim Porter's passing, Diddy confessed that he should have married her but allowed his ambitions and selfishness to get in the way. During previous interviews, he confessed to having regrets about not making her his wife. He took their connection for granted. While Kim Porter's passing has been a source of immense grief for Diddy, it has also led to a period of self-reflection. Seeing Jay-Z and Beyonce's enduring relationship has reportedly amplified these feelings, as Diddy contrasts his own choices with Jay-Z's decision to build a life with someone who matches his ambition and values. Diddy's envy of Jay-Z and Beyonce isn't rooted in malice, but rather in admiration mixed with regret. Jay-Z's ability to build both a family and an empire stands in contrast to Diddy's reputation as a perpetual bachelor. Despite his undeniable success in business and music, Diddy has often been criticized for prioritizing his career over his personal life. That Jay-Z and Beyonce are perceived by the public as equals and partners probably adds another layer to Diddy's jealousy. The Carters have managed to create a brand that celebrates their union while maintaining individual successes. Diddy, on the other hand, has often been viewed as a solo entity, with his relationships taking a backseat to his business pursuits. The rivalry between Diddy and Jay-Z has been framed as one of wealth and influence, with both men constantly competing for the top spot in Forbes' annual rankings of hip-hop's richest figures. This insight into Diddy's personal feelings about Jay-Z suggests a different dimension to their dynamic. Jay-Z's decision to prioritize his marriage to Beyonce has not only enhanced his image, but also provided provided a stability that Diddy reportedly envies. For a man as driven and unfortunately accomplished as Diddy, this is quite a surprising acknowledgement of vulnerability, if it's true, offering a glimpse into the emotional cost of his choices. Jay-Z and Beyonce's relationship has redefined what it means to be a power couple in the modern era. Their ability to balance personal and professional success has made them a model for others in the entertainment industry, and their bond continues to captivate fans worldwide. Diddy and Jay-Z had careers that shared remarkable parallels. Both started as rappers who used their music as a stepping stone to build sprawling business empires. However, their personal lives would diverge in ways that now underline Diddy's regrets. Whereas Jay-Z pursued a relationship that complemented his ambitions, Diddy's personal life was marked by fleeting relationships and a reluctance to settle down. Jay-Z's marrying Beyonce early in their relationship, even during their mutual rise to stardom, has made their partnership a cornerstone of his legacy. The marriage created a foundation of mutual support, whereby their ambitions fueled rather than clashed with each other's success. Beyonce herself once said that Jay-Z helped her embrace her power, saying, "He's taught me so much about being a businesswoman." Diddy's relationships, no matter how high profile, lacked the permanence and stability Jay-Z and Beyonce had cultivated. One of the reasons that it supposedly hurts so much to him is how Jay-Z and Beyonce have been branded, marketed, and idolized as the ultimate power couple. The Carters mastered their personal lives along with professional brands, perfectly concocting an idealized version of love and success. Their on-the-run tours, which grossed over $360 million collectively, served as both a celebration of their love and a highly profitable venture. They've seamlessly blended family life with global superstardom, often appearing with their children at events, further solidifying their image as a united front. For Diddy, this contrast is super strong. Having reached a huge professional success, his personal life is known to be more fragmented in comparison to the Carters, and usually is portrayed as less stable. Reflections on the relationship of Jay-Z and Beyonce indicate longing for completion that such a union offers, not just to them personally, but to their appearance in public as well. From Jennifer Lopez to Cassie, some of the biggest names in entertainment have been linked with Diddy over the years. None of these relationships, however, have evolved into the kind of long-lasting partnership that Jay-Z and Beyonce do. His 11-year relationship with Cassie ended in 2018, shortly after Kim Porter's passing. The timing underlines Diddy's struggles to maintain long-term connections, a contrast to Jay-Z's steady marriage to Beyonce. At the same time, Diddy has from time to time talked about wanting stability, but his lifestyle and priorities often seem to run counter to such a goal. Diddy has frankly admitted to loving Kim Porter long after their relationship ended, and her passing was a wake-up call to him to face how his inability to commit has left an emotional void in his life. "I play scenarios over and over in my head. I would have done things differently," Diddy said in an interview about regrets with Kim. As Diddy reflects on Jay-Z's life with Beyonce, a bigger conversation comes up: the cost of ambition and success. The two men have reached unparalleled heights in their careers, but Jay-Z had the ability to build a life that combined personal fulfillment with professional dominance. Diddy, for his part, copped to placing his goals above all else. The hustle that made him one of the richest and most powerful men in music indeed came at the cost of stability and closeness that a committed relationship might have provided.
Beyonce's connection to Diddy is way deeper than everybody thought.
It was genius. I think Beyonce did a great job, and she tackled something.
Not only what Mr. Carter has done to them, but his wife as well.
Jay-Z and Beyonce have many conspiracy theories recently with all of this stuff that has come out against Diddy.
Bey and Jay are one of the most dominant power couples, so her name has already been dragged into online speculation.
It was hard for me to be in that space.
She's known him personally for decades now, and her husband have been seen partying with Diddy.
Oh, you put that thing on the woo!
As well as praising him in some of the videos that have surfaced with them. And they've literally been partying with this guy, hanging out with him, working with him for decades now.
Wait, reverse the tape. How much money?
And Diddy also has had a hand in helping Beyonce get to where she is today. And now we all see these claims coming out, more and more of them, saying that Beyonce, like, she definitely knew what was really going on at them Diddy parties. And she's been keeping some major secrets, not just about Diddy, but also about her and her husband, Jay-Z. And these secrets, like, she's kept them airtight for years. And we all see the headlines, guys. Diddy, 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 all day, every day. He's in the news. Everybody's talking about Diddy. Everybody's talking about his parties and his not so great behavior. This is the main reason, of course, why Beyonce's name is being brought up so often now. Not just for her music, but also because of this whole Diddy stuff. And people are looking at their friendship under magnifying glasses now, because they're like, okay, something's gotta be going on here. How could they have such a close, tight bond and her not know what was going on behind closed doors with Diddy? Not necessarily that she was involved directly, but how could you not know what was going on? So again, more and more of these claims are coming up. People are questioning whether or not Beyonce and her husband, Jay-Z, should also be supporting Diddy in this whole thing. But remember, guys, they have been keeping quiet, so they haven't said anything to directly support Diddy, and they haven't said anything to directly condemn what Diddy did. And this is surprising because they have a huge bond. Like, this is not just a regular friendship. This seems like this is some, family ties. They roll in the same circle. All of them are major successes in the music industry. But a lot of users online are commenting and saying that, well, they've actually really been quiet because they are low-key trying to support Diddy in a way, right? Like, they don't want to get dragged into the drama themselves. Like, they still want to stay out of it. But because of their bond with Diddy, Beyonce, and Jay-Z, they want to secretly support him. Like, this is, maybe, I don't know, this is getting into those theories, and it'll definitely lead you down a rabbit hole if you view content on all of these theories. But yeah, I'm just saying what I see people saying online. Beyonce and Diddy, they've been tight for years. They're like a family. They've been through thick and thin. And at even one point, there was this interview where Diddy mentioned that he was a little bit envious of what Beyonce and Jay-Z had going on in their relationship. But even though Diddy's been in the hot seat as well as behind bars now, he could still be getting some behind the scenes support from Beyonce. Again, I don't make these theories up, guys. I'm just sharing what I've been seeing, because friendship like that doesn't just evaporate. So it's definitely one theory that Beyonce and Jay-Z are sticking by Diddy, behind closed doors, secretly, trying to work things in his favor, maybe trying to shift the narrative around him a little bit, helping with money, who knows? And if that's the case, this would show that, their friendship definitely goes way beyond just partying and having a good time. It's a friendship that's built on history, shared experiences, mutual respect, sort of like, that family mentality of whatever happens to one of us happens to all of us, and we're all in this together. There have been many, many claims over the years of them being involved in secret societies and secret organizations, and they band together in times of need. So yeah, again, just one claim, guys. This is just one theory, but it's definitely plausible due to the fact that we've seen powerful and influential people support one another before, both publicly and in secret. And when it has been done in secret, we've seen some cases where it comes to light later on, and people are like, oh my goodness, this was actually going on and I didn't know. Some people think that Beyonce was involved too, while others think that she's just trying to, protect her privacy. There was some reports that Jay-Z and Diddy, when they were forcing this 13-year-old to commit certain acts, there was a woman in the room with them, an unnamed celebrity woman, and that's key. Some people are saying that that could be Beyonce, while others are saying that maybe it's J-Lo. Who knows? Now, I've found that opinions about this is completely divided. Like, I've been into forums and I've been into comments on videos where people are saying that this is only happening because people don't like Beyonce and that people don't like Jay-Z. So they're doing their best to smear them. They don't like the fact that Beyonce entered into country music. They just don't like them. And this is what's stemming all of these accusations against them. Because Beyonce's fans are saying, like, why would they respond so quickly and strongly when their names were mentioned by Jaguar Wright when she went on Piers Morgan's show? Like, swiftly, Beyonce's lawyer, Alex Spiro, they sent a letter to Piers Morgan telling him to literally take down the sections of the interview with Jaguar Wright's claims in them. And Piers Morgan had to issue a public apology after that. So Beyonce definitely made it clear that she won't allow anyone to drag her and her husband's name through the mud. Like, we see these quick responses, like they're just not playing around. Jay-Z went public on social media, sharing some stuff, sharing his thoughts. So this feeds into people's beliefs that this is all just happening to smear them, and if they were guilty, you know, they wouldn't remain silent. But again, on the flip side, like I said, guys, this is so divided. It just seems like people think that, you know, Beyonce is just trying to cover up for herself and not get her and her husband dragged into all of this mess. But nowadays, rumors and speculations spread so fast, like crazy, all over the internet. And because of this, everything a celebrity does gets looked at and analyzed, and it leads to strong opinions that people have, like just very heavy debates going on. But if the claims turn out to be true and Beyonce has been covering up some secrets, this would definitely be the end of her. Beyonce's success, of course, it comes from her talent, her hard work, her dedication, and those are things that make her the artist that she is. And I'm a huge fan of Beyonce personally, so I really hope that she's not connected to Diddy in a negative way, but I've been disappointed in the past, so I'm not gonna look at this with biased lenses. I'm just gonna sit back and wait and see and follow this until the end, guys. But I know Beyonce has her loyal fans, the Beehive. They're super loyal and they think that Beyonce can do no wrong. And they're reminding everybody that Beyonce, you know, she's a philanthropist, she's an activist, and she's a good person. She's always trying to fix social problems. And her most loyal fans are saying that her character shouldn't be questioned just because she's been seen hanging around Diddy. But all in all though, the conversation, the discussions, they're gonna still keep on going. And I think we as the public just need to take a look at this, not necessarily with biased lenses. You can do that if you want, sure. But I think ultimately there's no point in getting super heated with anybody online about this. We just literally need to wait and see how things play out.
Here's the truth about Beyonce and Jay-Z's connection to P. Diddy. In a recent interview with Piers Morgan, Jaguar Wright made some serious allegations against Beyonce and Jay-Z as she exposed the details of Diddy's freak-off parties.
He's got everybody on tape. They all know it.
The couple's lawyer then sent a request to remove the statement, but it only raised more questions, especially since a cop known for investigating the hip-hop scene thinks Jay-Z might be included in the Diddy list. Hollywood is reportedly hiding as the attorney for Sean Diddy Combs' accusers, Tony Busby, made a note to say he would publicly name A-listers tied to the case.
We will pursue this matter, no matter who the evidence implicates.
Sources say some of them have started to pay off the alleged people to keep them from implicating them in the news that could be bigger than all of the Hollywood drama possible. Since then, fans have been suspicious of other celebrities like Jay-Z and Beyonce. Speaking on the Piers Morgan show, Jaguar claimed that Jay-Z and Beyonce are not good people, linking them to Diddy. Not only what Mr. Carter has done to them, but his wife as well, she stated. They're a bad little couple, they do bad things, keeping people against their will, putting people on planes when they're not aware. Jaguar is a singer and songwriter who has previously collaborated with Jay-Z, The Roots, and Blackalicious. Many people have different opinions about Jaguar Wright. My question is, if what she's saying is untrue, why hasn't anyone sued her? I received various responses. Some people believe it's because everything she claims is true, making a lawsuit impossible. Others suggest that she can't be sued if she lacks the funds to pay. What do you guys think? The wild allegations were slammed by the couple's lawyer, who was also hired by Tupac Shakur's family to investigate Diddy's ties to his passing in 1996. Pierce complied and issued an apology. Editing interviews is not something we do lightly, said Pierce. He also explained why he invited Jaguar to his show. The reality of the modern world is that pretty much everyone has a platform as long as they have something to say that other people want to hear, he argued. That's why we invited Jaguar to be interviewed. The people making these claims have an audience with or without shows like mine. In the same interview, Jaguar referred to Jay-Z as a monster who starts little fires everywhere. She gave the same label to Diddy, who is one of the worst people she's ever met.
Everyone knew he was the devil. He's been the devil.
She's been telling industry stories on her YouTube channel, Real Life Productions, for years. Jaguar isn't the only music personality to question Jay-Z and Beyonce's relationship amid Diddy drama. Rapper Lord Jamar thinks Jay-Z is linked to Diddy. He said, "You know, I will say that Jay-Z, if he was doing ill like that, he was more quiet about it," he told the Art of Dialogue podcast.
Jay-Z, if he was doing ill like that, he was more quiet about it.
He then called Jay-Z's relationship with Beyonce abnormal.
It's kind of abnormal when he got with Beyonce, like she was pretty young.
Beyonce was 19 when she started dating the 31-year-old Jay-Z. Jamar added that rapper Foxy Brown also dated the Roc Nation founder when she was 16 and he was 25. Many fans are also suspicious about his past relationship with Aaliyah. In the same podcast episode, Jamar commented on Jay-Z and Diddy's friendship, saying, "I feel like I've heard a rumor damn near about all of them. Have I heard a little stuff about Jay-Z? Yup.
Have I heard a little bit about Jay-Z? Yup."
Diddy's ex-bodyguard Gene Deal recently revealed that at one point Diddy disliked Jay-Z so much that he was trying to get Ja Rule to go at Jay-Z back in the early 2000s. But one time he said he and Diddy went to go see Jay-Z, where the rappers connected, laughing and joking, until they started giving garden parties together the next years. Gene echoed Jamar's statements about Jay-Z being more discreet than Diddy. The people in power that gave that ring to Diddy, Jay-Z was next in line, Gene told Cam Capone News. So to separate him when in fact they may be two of the same, but because Jay-Z is low-key, that low-key sneaky stuff, and Diddy was rambunctious, just out with it, it don't mean they're not two of the same. Former Detective Derek Parker recently spoke with News Nation's The Scoop about Diddy's list, which he's convinced includes Jay-Z. Derek is known as the hip-hop cop for investigating the 90s hip-hop scene during the East Coast-West Coast rap wars. When asked if he knew Jay-Z was involved in the freak-off parties, Derek said, "I would say that it's alleged that he knows." Derek then mentioned other big names that may be named on the freak-off list once it goes public, including Ashton Kutcher, who was recently accused of protecting Diddy, LeBron James, Chris Brown, the Kardashians who attended freak-off parties, Usher, and Justin Bieber. Derek noted that Justin and Usher might as well be victims. When asked what he thought the turning point for Diddy's drama was, Derek said on his way up the industry he probably thought maybe he was invincible with some of the things that he did. The hip-hop cop emphasized that Diddy's old interviews reflect on how he had no care about what he said to you or what he did to you. Host Paula Froelich added that she met people saying Diddy bragged about having the cops on his payroll. He's got cops who can sort everything out in New York, LA, Miami, but Derek said he hadn't had a connection with the rapper for years, so he couldn't confirm it, but it could be possible. When reading through online discussions, it's fascinating to see the wide range of opinions surrounding the topic. Some people are firmly convinced that Jay-Z and Beyonce are involved in some way, while others believe that the situation has devolved into a witch hunt, insisting that Beyonce is largely unproblematic. I personally have no idea about the truth of it all. Only time will reveal the reality of the situation. However, it seems that several high-profile celebrities are significantly involved, adding to the complexity of the narrative. The contrast in perspectives highlights how divided people can be on celebrity matters, often leading to intense debates. It'll be interesting to see how this unfolds in the future. When it comes to Jaguar Wright, I'll read you some opinions that people have written online. One person said Jaguar is putting her spin on some truths, but she comes across as if she has a personality disorder. I've worked with such individuals. She's not always coherent with info. Believe there's some truth, but something is very off with her. Another said, Jaguar Wright is telling the truth. Definitely that stuff adds up. With another person saying Jaguar is entirely credible, she will end up giving her life for the truth because they are out to silence her. Everything she said makes sense and is slowly being revealed as truth. On the show Street Stars, she's giving just enough info for everyone to put the pieces together. The last comment I want to read you guys says, I saw a few Jaguar interviews and she had my attention just like wild reality TV content. Then I saw her throw her son's ashes and rub them on her face, and then I asked YouTube to stop recommending me this type of content. She's not all there. She was in a cult, Carbon Nation. Her son came out and said they did witchcraft on her. Her time in the industry was very short-lived. So in my opinion, she's a compulsive liar and stay connected in her own way. She's forever doing interviews, talking. I personally think she likes the attention.
Beyonce got rich off of her connections to Diddy, and the Beehive is wondering too. Beyonce is one of the biggest female artists of any generation, right next to Madonna.
A great job, and she tackled something that a lot of women have had to go through.
Naturally, people are wondering how she got rich to see if they can replicate it somehow. Can't copy Blue though. This is how Beyonce really got rich. Diddy might have given her tips. So here's the thing, both Diddy and Beyonce are absolute powerhouses in the industry, but they've each mastered a different lane. Diddy's known as a business mogul. He's got his fingers in music, fashion, remember Sean John, Ciroc vodka.
I figure I could put it in my vanilla ice cream if I want.
TV and even water. Hello, Aqua Hydrate.
Today is Aqua Hydrate Day. I'm here with my partner, Mark Wahlberg.
Meanwhile, Beyonce's the queen of brand building, music royalties, and epic tours.
Superdome.
Knowing Diddy, he probably gave her insider tips on merchandise as a major hustle, leveraging brand partnerships and investments in lifestyle brands.
Adidas has signed a new creative partner. It's Beyonce.
The multi-layered deal will see Beyonce developing new signature footwear and apparel with Adidas.
Beyonce and Sean Diddy Combs have shared a professional relationship over the years, primarily through their mutual connections in the music industry. In 2003, they collaborated on the track Summertime, which, despite not being included in Beyonce's debut solo album, Dangerously in Love, found success as a standalone release.
Now it's been a year and we're closer.
Their interactions have often been in the context of industry events and mutual acquaintances. For example, both attended the premiere of the biopic Notorious in 2009, which Diddy produced. Additionally, Beyonce and her husband Jay-Z have been present at various gatherings hosted by Diddy, including his 50th birthday celebration in 2019. While they have maintained a cordial professional relationship, there is no substantial evidence to suggest a deep personal friendship between Beyonce and Diddy. Their interactions appear to be primarily within the professional realm, centered around music collaborations and industry events. When it comes to Beyonce, the first thing that comes to mind is probably her chart-topping hits, mind-blowing performances, and that effortless air of regality.
Boy, don't even try to touch this. Boy, this beat is crazy.
But did you know that Queen Bee is just as much as a mogul as she is musician? With a jaw-dropping net worth of $760 million as of 2024, Beyonce has crafted a legacy not just as an artist, but as an entrepreneur, cultural icon, and savvy businesswoman. So how exactly did she amass all this wealth? Let's dive into the world of Beyonce Giselle Knowles-Carter and uncover the secrets to her financial empire. The early days. Every empire has a foundation, and for Beyonce, that foundation was Destiny's Child. In the late 90s, Destiny's Child burst onto the scene, becoming one of the most successful girl groups of all time. With anthems like Say My Name and Survivor, the group didn't just dominate the charts, they became a cultural force. And while the group's success brought Beyonce fame, it also introduced her to the business side of music. Under the management of her father, Matthew Knowles, Beyonce quickly learned the ins and outs of the industry. From marketing strategies to tour production, her time with Destiny's Child was a crash course in creating a sustaining brand. That early exposure would prove invaluable as she embarked on her solo journey. Going solo. In 2003, Beyonce released her debut solo album, Dangerously in Love. It wasn't just a hit, it was a statement. With tracks like Crazy in Love and Baby Boy, the album cemented her as a solo artist and brought in a wave of accolades, including 5 Grammy Awards. But what set Beyonce apart wasn't just her voice. It was her ability to connect with her audience and make every performance feel larger than life. By this time, Beyonce wasn't just a singer, she was a brand, and she knew it.